guys. So I know I am like 2 videos behind because it's been a couple of months now, and I am so sorry. But over the holidays, of course, you're busy with the holidays, but I also end up getting the flu. So I was battling the flu, and I'm someone that never gets sick. A few people ask, how did I combine my locks? And it's not rocket science. It's nothing difficult. You can do it if you want to. All I simply did was I took 3 locks, sometimes 4, and I just braided them together. And in the beginning, I secured it with a black rubber band. And that's it. I don't recommend leaving the rubber bands in for a long period of time. Take them out, switch them up sometime, because they will get embedded in your locks. But if you don't want to use the rubber bands, you can always sew them together using needle and thread. And I have done that before, and it was fine. It's just later on, at least for me, I found that I was like pulling thread out. I mean, once the lock was combined, I think I was pulling thread out because I could see it. But I think that's a personal choice. I mean, I may even secure a few of them with needle and thread. I'm still debating it. But so far, I think they're doing pretty good on their own without me having to actually use a needle and thread. I do brush them. And I brush them with 2 types of brushes. I have a harder plastic little cheapo brush that I go and actually brush the locks itself because, you know, to get rid of dust and lint, I do use a harder brush on that. Boar bristle brush to the scalp, sometimes to stimulate the blood and, you know, for growth purposes. Stimulate your scalp. I use a natural boar bristle brush for that. Tongue twister. But other than that, that's it. I mean, you can simply 2-strand twist them together. Probably works best with just 2, because with 3 or 4, you'll eventually see like little gaps in between, and that's when you're probably going to want to sew it. But either way, you can do the braiding. I think the braiding works best for me because my locks would come untwisted. So when you 2-strand twist and rubber band it, they have a tendency to come unraveled. So I think braiding definitely helps keep the locks tighter together, for me anyway. So I thought braiding was best for me. But like I said, I have a few that actually are 2-strand twist. It's no biggie. I mean, that's all I can really say. So either 2-strand twist them together or braid them together. And then yes, you're gonna hear people say, "What is my dog doing? Get down, Kodak!" Oh my God. That if you combine mature locks, that they won't bond because they're already mature. I don't think that's the case, really. I think that it just takes longer because, say, for instance, from here, I know you probably can't see it, but from here to here is combined. I can untwist it, but only to a certain point because now that part is combined. So it just depends, really. It's slow to do its own thing, and everybody's hair is different. So some people say you can't combine mature locks. They won't lock. They won't grow together. They won't mesh. I haven't found that to be true. I've only found that it may take longer for them to bond or mesh together, but I don't think it's the case where they won't. I just think it takes longer. That's all. Other than that, I have to shampoo my hair, and I'll try to come back and show you, you know, how it looks shampooed versus how it looks now, curly. So anyways, that's it. Alright guys, so I'm back. I shampooed my hair, and we'll just let you see it here so you can see how it looks without all the curls. So that was my hair up close, so you can see it. Of course, you still see the twist or the braid pattern, but that's going to take some time, but it will go away. Make the hair look more matted and get rid of the twisted or braided pattern. Slowly but surely, this is what it will do. And that's it. I mean, and from there, I just leave the hair alone. It will do what it's going to do. You don't have to manipulate it in any way. That's the point of freeform blocks. Just kind of sit back and watch and see what it does, because it's gonna do something. It may not do what you want it to do, but it's going to do something. Like I said, I have my little one here. See? It's just gonna stick out. It's gonna do what it want to do. I can manipulate it and say, oh, I want it to be part of this lock, and just twist it. Yeah, eventually I'll look up and it's off doing its own thing again. So whatever. So yeah, you can get you some needle and thread, 2-strand twist it together, or braid them together, or just use black rubber bands. But again, if you're using black rubber bands, make sure you switch them out or cut them off and replace them, because they will become embedded in your locks, and you don't want that. All right, thanks guys.